So recently I strained my thumb, and the problem with having double jointed thumbs is that we are more susceptible to injury, especially when it comes to repetitive stress. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to show you how I got from this with pain to a supported thumb right here. I've been battling with thumb injury, and the reason why it's been taking so long is because I use my hand so much. It's this part of the thumb joint, and I want to secure it so my thumb doesn't get pushed into more extension. The point of having Kinesiology is to support your joint, to facilitate movement, proper movement. In this case, I'm supporting the joint, and it's more for recovery or pain control, just so I can continue daily activities. So let's do this tape now. I have here RockTape. This is my favorite tape. This one comes in a thin strip, which is typically used for extremities and hands. Whoops, right here. Okay. And then you can also use your standard 2-inch wide RockTape, and you could just cut it. So I'm going to cut that. First, I want to measure. I'm going to take this one first, and you're going to do this right underneath the thumb pad right here, and you're going to measure it to go down past your wrist line right here, and it will stop about here. There is going to be some stretch to it, so you don't need to make this tape too long. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to cut it. You want to round. Always round the edges when you use Kinesiology. And the second one's going to be longer. So this one's going to loop around the thumb and crisscross down the back of the hand here towards the back of your forearm. So I just like to have two different patterns. So I'm going to cut this tape right here. I'm cutting this one down the middle. So we've got this one here. So if you're going to just kind of baseline measure it and put it, loop it, hook it in the web of your hand, so between the thumb and the first finger, and you want to just measure a crisscross strip. So basically, when you just lay it around your thumb, it's always good to cut it a bit longer just in case you don't want to have it too short. And so we've got this one here. So I'm going to put it around my thumb, if you could see this, and I'm going to crisscross it right here. So this might be a little bit short for me, but the point is it's going to, you just want it to have enough length beyond the base of the thumb. So it's this part of the thumb joint, so the metacarpal phalangeal joint, that is strained, and I want to secure it so my thumb doesn't get pushed into more extension, because that's when I get the pain. I'm going to stand up here and show you how I do it. Okay, so this one is going to be laid down right under the thumb pad, the pad of the thumb right here. You always just place it, okay? Then I hold it here, extend my wrist just a bit. Of course, it hurts when I do that, okay? And I lay it down, and I bring it down, and you can crisscross over the forearm right there, and you lay it down. So what did I do? I just put a little bit of stretch. I didn't put a whole lot of stretch on this tape. This is just to kind of cover and support this joint line right here, okay? The other one I want to do is this one starts here at the base of the thumb. So what you want to do is split or just tear the tape in the middle like this. You're tearing the paper, the backing. You're not tearing the tape, okay? So just do a little bit of this just to break it like this. So you're going to base this right at the base of your thumb. So right here. So here's the tape. Here's the joint line right here. I'm going to lock it right there. And I'm going to put about, I like to put about 50% stretch right at the point where the tape meets the joint line right there. Okay. Now we're going to, I'm not really in the center of this whole strip, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to take this tape here. I'm going to flip it this way. As I'm peeling the paper off it, I am bringing it down. Hope you guys can see this. I'm going to have to maybe record a clip where the camera's face down and repeat this. So I'm going right here and I'm swirling it kind of like a corkscrew right here, and it's going right there. Okay. There is about maybe 30% stretch on this part of the tape. Okay. Now this is where you're really going to feel the support. You bring it around this way right here, and I bend my thumb forward a bit right here. So by bending it forward, I'm just kind of putting a little more tension on that tape, and I lay it down, and this is actually going, and I bring my wrist down the top of the forearm. So this looks like, you know, a really big job for a small joint, but believe me, if you want the support for your thumb, especially for the day, I don't really wear this particular taping job very long, but this tape is water resistant, so you can shower, wash your hands. You just got to be careful when you're drying with a towel, you're not brushing up against the edge of the end of the tape that will lift it up. And it still will lift up. And if it does, I tell all my patients, if you find it starts peeling up from the ends, just trim it and pat it back down, because it doesn't mean the tape's done doing its job. So I hope that helped. If you could see, I wanted to use two colors or patterns so you could see a difference of why I did the first one and this reinforcement loop, like a hook around the joint and a crisscross. And believe me, this helps a whole lot, especially typing or doing stuff around the house. So I hope that helped. If you want to see any more videos on how to do some support taping for little common injuries at home, let me know. Just put a comment below and give this video a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching.